The fields of Lebanon are burning. They were set alight by shells fired by its neighbor, Israel. Crops were destroyed, but no one was killed. Israel says it was responding to anti-tank missiles that Hezbollah had launched into its territory. The Lebanese group fought a war with Israel in 2006. This is the recent funeral for two Hezbollah militants. Israel admitted to killing the men while they were in Syria. It says they were planning to launch drone strikes into Israel. Hezbollah's leader says Israel's attacks have opened a new phase in hostilities.
The message is clear. If you attack us, then your whole border, soldiers, and settlements deep inside your country will be at risk of an attack and response.
The cross-border strikes were the climax of a week of tensions. It's since been followed by an uneasy calm. But could these two sides inadvertently drag the region into war? Over a few days last month, airstrikes targeted militant groups in Lebanon, Syria and Iraq. They blamed Israel for the attacks. Many worry these airstrikes could provoke a war, but it seems Israel's targets may not be Hezbollah, but Iran.
Iran is working on a broad front to carry out murderous terrorist attacks against the state of Israel. Israel will continue to defend its security however that may be necessary. I call on the international community to act immediately so that Iran halts these attacks.
All of the militias Israel has targeted are supported by Tehran. Some analysts say Israel is trying to contain Iran's influence by attacking its proxies. And Israel will hold parliamentary elections next week. The attacks on Iranian-backed militias are seen by some as a show of strength by Netanyahu as he faces corruption charges. So are more Israeli strikes against Iran's proxies likely, or were the attacks just part of Netanyahu's election strategy?